Look, I know what you're thinking. You've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Congratulations, Jack Della Maddalena, on beating Belal Muhammad at UFC 315. Now look, I don't have a great track record of doing these won't be close videos, and I understand that. I think I've gotten one of them correct. Maybe, I don't even think I've gotten one correct. But I don't think I've ever been so confident about a prediction in a very long time. Not only do I believe Belal Muhammad is going to beat Jack Della Maddalena, not only do I think Belal Muhammad is going to dominate Jack Della Maddalena, I believe this is going to be a masterclass performance, and it's going to be one of those performances that we look back at and say, oh my god, Belal Muhammad actually beat that guy. Because I think Jack Della Maddalena is very, very good. I think Jack is a very talented fighter, and I think he will be a champion in the future. I think he beat I'm not even joking. I think Jack beats Shavkat. I think he gives Joaquin Buckley a big test. I think he beats Ian Gary. I just do not think he beats Belal Muhammad. Now, I do want to say this though. I've got a pinned comment on this video asking for video ideas. I'm going to be posting every day this week just for a little thank you to you guys, because you guys are awesome fans. I actually love you guys. Now, reply to that comment with video ideas. You can do whatever videos you want. The videos with the most amount of liked ideas, I will do this week. I'll probably do 3 of them. So reply to that pinned comment with some video ideas. Now, I do want to talk about the state of Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena before we talk about the actual stylistic breakdown of this. Belal is at the peak of his career. Belal is in his prime right now. Now, I know in the lighter weight classes, it's kind of like that 31 to 34 kind of age range is your prime. 31 to 34 for like your featherweights, your bantamweights, your lightweights, kind of tends to be that prime age. I know some people hit it early, like I look at kind of a Max Holloway when he was really young, or a Jose Aldo for that matter. But I look at Belal, at welterweight especially. The guy's what, 36, 37? And he's just hit his prime? The guy's looking better than ever? It's a big deal. It's a very big thing. And especially when you're a little bit older and you're hitting your prime, compared to a Jack Della Maddalena, for that matter, who, let's face it, shouldn't be fighting for the belt. Jack should not be fighting for the belt this weekend. It was supposed to be Shavkat. The UFC's plan was not for this. This was supposed to be Shavkat. This fight, Belal versus Shavkat, was supposed to be rescheduled. It was supposed to happen at the UFC 310. It was supposed to be scheduled here. Shavkat gets injured. Jack Della Maddalena gets the call. Big deal. Very big deal that he got the first call, because I look at the state of welterweight and I think he's the only guy that kind of deserved the title shot at the time. Because I didn't think Joaquin Buckley really earned it after beating Colby Covington. I didn't think that was enough. Ian Gary didn't fucking earn it. Like, Jack was the most deserving guy, but nonetheless, he shouldn't be fighting for the belt anyway. He shouldn't be. He hasn't, I don't even think he's really earned it. I don't think beating Gilbert Burns is enough to get you a title shot. Good hot take. I don't think beating Gilbert Burns is enough. I really don't. But the guy is still young. I don't think he's hit his prime. I think he's still got a good 2 years before hitting it, because the guy's not even 30 yet. Like, Jack Della Maddalena is not even 30. He's going to get the opportunity to fight for the belt again. 110%. This guy loses this weekend, loses no stock. Loses nothing. You lost to the best bantamweight on the planet. Loses nothing, still has the credibility, still young. For Belal, this is going to make or break for him. If Belal loses, the UFC is not giving him another title shot. Think of how much Belal had to go through just to get this shot against Leon Edwards. If he loses, he's back to the line. He's going to have to fight Ian Gary, then Carlos Prates, then Joaquin Buckley, then fucking Jack in a rematch, then probably Shavkat, then he'll fight for the belt. They're going to push this guy right back. And that's a big deal for Belal, because he is older, and I know he's just hitting his prime, but fuck, the UFC is just going to push him aside and forget about him. Now, let's talk about the actual stylistic breakdown. I want to start with the striking. We'll start with the striking of both guys, because I think every fight every fight starts on the feet. So I feel like we got to start with this. Belal does have hands like Canelo. We know this. We've been knowing this. Belal's the best boxer the UFC has right now. The guy is fucking spectacular. The guy is really, really talented. He's very, very good. He's got hands like Canelo. You know what I mean? Like, I think Belal could beat every boxer in the world right now in a boxing match. He's the only the only mixed martial artist that could transition into boxing and be a 5-division world champion. He's the only guy that could do it. Now, I do want to say this though. Belal doesn't have great kickboxing. His boxing, he's got hands like Canelo. I understand that. The guy's kickboxing isn't on par with his hands. He does have very solid leg kicks. He can throw a good solid body kick every now and then. But he does look somewhat predictable when he's about to kick. Like, I think if I was kickboxing Belal Muhammad, I would know what he's about to do. I can expect what Belal's about to throw. I think he looks very predictable on the feet. Not to say that he's not good. He'd still kick my fucking ass. But I think Belal is somewhat predictable on the feet. And the other thing about Belal is he doesn't throw many combinations. And he doesn't hit hard either. So that's a big thing. Like, I look at Ilia Topuria, who is a great boxer nonetheless. But he throws those extended combinations that are like 4, 5, 6 punches. And every punch has heat on it. I look at Belal and I'm like, there's no pop in those. Like, it's a very good jab. Belal has a great jab. We saw that in the Leon Edwards rematch. Belal's jab was incredible in that fight. That was about the only highlight of Belal's striking, was his jab. It was a sick jab. It was a great jab. I don't think that's enough to keep Jack Della Maddalena off of you on the feet. I watched this fight back a lot. This is one of the fights that I watch back quite a lot. When I want to watch a striking masterclass from an up-and-coming guy, I watch this. JDM fucking wrecked Kevin Holland on the feet. And Kevin Holland did land shots. Don't get me wrong. Kevin Holland still landed a couple good shots. However, you knew this however was coming. What Jack has that makes his striking so much better is his grit. And I know that I believe Jack is the best boxer at welterweight right now. I think he's the best boxer. Do I think he's the best striker? No. I don't think Jack is the best striker at welterweight. But I think he's the best boxer. I'll tell you that. I believe Jack Della Maddalena is the best boxer at welterweight. And that's a big deal. When you're fighting a guy like Belal Muhammad, who, let's face it, is a boxer. When he's on the feet and you're striking with Belal, he will want to box against you. He's not going to try kickbox. He's going to try outbox you. We saw that against Leon where he initiated the jab because Leon is a very patient kickboxer. And Belal shut that down by finding a boxing range and initiating his jab. No matter what. Initiating the jab, the jab, the jab. I am picking Belal, but I am worried that JDM can catch him. And I'll talk about a certain other fight, as you may see behind me, where Jack has 25 minutes to find this one punch. And the great thing about Jack as well is he throws those extended combinations so well. Like, this guy will throw those 3-4 punch combinations. And we'll talk about this fight soon, but he rips to the body. JDM rips to the body a lot. And I think against a guy like Belal, who is a cardio machine and wants to go 5 rounds, attacking his body early is a very big deal. Very, very big deal. However, if you're relying, and if you're picking Jack Maddalena to win by a finish, by a knockout, a TKO, and your main thing is, this guy has 25 minutes to find that shot. Jack Della Maddalena has 25 minutes to find that one punch. It was the same narrative for Sean O'Malley versus Merab. It was the exact same narrative for Sean O'Malley versus Merab. And I bought into it. I said, dude, Sean O'Malley has 25 minutes to catch Merab. Sean O'Malley's going to land that one punch and put Merab out. I cannot come to terms with that anymore. He's got 25 minutes. He's going to find it. I can't back that anymore. I just can't. I don't think it's like Alex Pereira for that matter as well. Alex Pereira has 25 minutes to find that one shot. I don't buy it anymore. I'm not buying into it. I'm not buying into that narrative. I do think Jack has great grit. He has great pop in his shots. He is very much the more technical boxer, more technical striker. He is a better striker than Belal. But the second that Belal gets Jack down, I think he's going to freeze. And he's going to freak out. I really do. I think and I'm going to openly say this. I believe that Jack's game plan going into this fight is relying on that one shot to land because he's got 25 minutes. I think Jack is going to accept position because, let's be real, Belal is not a very offensive grappler. Let's say it how it is. The decisions speak for themselves. This guy is not the most offensive grappler. This guy isn't getting you down and doing a Sean Brady-esque where he's just trying to maul you and dominate you and go for massive ground and pound strikes on the ground. Or trying to be a Charles Oliveira-esque where he's just trying to get the back, submit you, trying to get an arm, trying to get a leg, trying to get something. Belal's comfortable being comfortable. That's a big deal in MMA. And I know you're like, oh, cheers, mate. Being comfortable. Okay, yep, cheers, mate. I understand that. But Belal is comfortable doing nothing. Belal is happy to just sit there and just chill out and go, you know what? I'm in a pretty good position. I don't think Jack's going to get up. I'm just going to slowly work on this throughout the next 2 minutes. So I got 2 minutes to work right now. I'm just going to slowly slither in and just try and get in a better position and just try do this, try do that, and then just hopefully it'll work out. Belal isn't I've got him down, get the neck, get the dash choke, boom. He's not like that. Now, he could come in with that mindset and that game plan, and I think it could work. I saw it against Leon Edwards in their first fight. The first Leon fight, Belal started very fast. Belal started very active, and that kind of brought out the best of Leon Edwards. I haven't really seen that active Leon in a very long time. Belal brought that out of him, which is a big deal, but Belal's grappling is so dominant and so... Look at Leon. There's no excuses. Belal mauled him on the ground. And I know Leon had that moment in the last minute of the fifth round, the last 30 seconds of the fifth round. That's not enough. Because, again, Leon waited 25 minutes. He waited 24 minutes and 30 seconds and then started raining elbows. 24 minutes and 30 seconds. When he was already losing that fifth round. And he clawed it back. And I hate the narrative that people have about this fight, saying this fight was actually a lot closer than people remember. This fight was actually a lot closer than you think. Oh, Leon actually did a lot better than we remember. This fight was actually 48-47 and potentially could... No, it couldn't have. I thought Belal clearly won this 48-47 or 49-46. Belal clearly won this fight. I'm sick of the narrative about it. Belal won this fight comfortably. And I look at this position, right? And I know this is a 5-round fight. It's a little bit different. This is in the last few seconds of the second round. A couple seconds left in round 2. And Gilbert Burns is a much greater jiu-jitsu artist than Belal. Don't get me wrong. Gilbert Burns is a greater jiu-jitsu specialist than Belal. But I'm looking at Gilbert Burns here. I'm looking at Belal here. The demeanor of both opponents is very different. But a 3-rounder, a 5-rounder. 3-rounder, 5-rounder. 3-rounder, 5 rounds. When you're in that third, fourth, fifth round against Belal, and Belal's still taking you down, he's got your back. You're so tired, you've already lost the first 3 rounds, and you're like, how the fuck am I going to claw this back? I'm already down 3-0, 4-0. How the fuck am I going to do this? A little bit different, because this is round 2. But Gilbert Burns has Jack's back. And I know he's a better jiu-jitsu artist, but Belal's still fucking dominant. Belal's still really fucking good. Jack is not great on the ground. Jack is not very good on the ground. He's not. He's not. He has great scrambling ability. Jack Della Maddalena has great scrambling ability. I do not believe that is enough to get Belal Muhammad off of you. I don't think just a quick little scramble is enough to get Belal off of you and give you enough space. It's really not. Especially when I'm looking at Gilbert Burns take you down like this. Gilbert Burns is taking Jack Della Maddalena down like this. You're telling me Belal couldn't do this? Again, 3-rounder. 5-rounder. 3-rounder. 5 rounds with Belal Muhammad. And I know I'm speaking about Belal Muhammad like he's this fucking gorilla. I understand that, but it's a draining and awful experience. Like, I look at, like, even watching back Petr Yan versus Merab. I know Merab didn't do much, but it's so draining on Petr Yan. Just seeing Merab takedown, 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 takedown. It's so draining. It's an awful experience. And for someone who is a bit younger, a bit more energetic, getting his first ever title shot at his age, he's going to capitalize on the opportunity. I really believe Belal is just going to be super patient and try win. Jack Della Maddalena is going to be patient and look for that shot. Look for that combination. Belal's going to be comfortable. And look, we touched on this fight just earlier. The Basel Hafez fight. JDM versus Basel Hafez. I know what a lot of you are probably thinking right now. This was just a slip up in Jack's career. This wasn't really that big of a deal. It was just one small fight. One fight doesn't determine a fighter's career. I get that. I completely understand that. Like, I look at Islam Makhachev. Islam lost his debut. Now look at him. Or like in Israel Adesanya lost to Alex Pereira and then came back and beat him even more impressive. I understand that. That one fight doesn't just change a narrative. But this fight showed me a lot about Jack. This fight showed me a whole lot about Jack Della Maddalena. And I know it's a little bit short notice. I know there was a lot of shit going on. But some other guy on short notice in Basel Hafez who was nowhere near on the level of a Jack Della Maddalena. Nowhere close to Jack on his trajectory or where both of them are right now. Basel almost won this fight. Basel Hafez almost won this fight. And you can call it a slip, you can call it whatever you want. Basel arguably won this fight. When this fight ended, I thought Basel Hafez won 29-28. I thought he won the first and second round. I thought he did. And you're telling me that a guy with hands like Canelo and the grappling of a Khabib, and you almost lost to Basel Hafez. Speaks levels. Really speaks levels. It really does. It really, really does. Now, I will say this. I am picking Belal to drown Jack Della Maddalena. I believe that what Jack is going to try to do, he's going to look for those combinations. He's going to look for those perfect shots to land up top. Belal is going to be able to dodge them and roll with strikes, initiate his jab, maybe even fuck up Jack's nose even more. Maybe he's going to fuck up his nose even more. But I believe Belal is going to initiate the jab, land his straight 1-2s, really kind of get in Jack's face and trying to be all over him. And just when Jack's getting a little bit comfortable, takedown. Just when Jack's getting a little bit comfortable, getting into a bit of groove, takedown. Back into striking, takedown. striking. Jack gets a little comfortable takedown. I think Belal is not going to let Jack get into his groove. The second that Jack Della Maddalena gets into a little bit of a groove, it's over. End the fight. Jack's going to finish him. I'm telling you right now. The second that Jack Della Maddalena is in a bit of a flow state and he's kind of a bit comfortable, fight's over. But I've got faith in Belal Muhammad being able to weather the storm and be over him. Now, I do want to say this though. If Jack wants to win this fight, if Jack is preparing properly, you've got to fight exactly like Volkanovski did against Islam in the very first fight. If Jack is going to win, it has to be the exact same game plan and everything must be near identical to Volkanovski when he fought Islam for the very first time. It's going to be almost the exact same. And look, if JDM fights exactly like Volk did, he has a great shot at winning. Now, if Jack does, he's changing his whole fighting style. Jack is changing everything. I think it's worth it. If you're Jack Della Maddalena, if you're watching this video, Jack, you got to fight exactly like Volkanovski did in this fight. Exactly the same. If you want to win. You're changing your whole fighting style. I know. You're changing a whole fuck ton of everything. If you want to win, you got to change. And I'll tell you what. I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to fight the exact same as he did against Gilbert Burns. I think he's going to fight the exact same as he did against Basil Hafez. I think he's going to fight the exact same as he did against Kevin Holland. And Belal's going to capitalize. Not let him get into a groove. Not let him get comfortable. And he's going to drown him. I do not think this fight is going to be close. I think Jack might win a round. He might win a round. I'll tell you this. I think Jack Della Maddalena will win round 2. I think Belal will win round 1 and they'll say, oh, Belal decision, here we go. Jack wins round 2. Holy shit, Jack is stuffing the takedowns and kind of landing a couple good shots. Belal wins round 3. Belal dominates round 4. Belal dominates round 5. Jack gets a little bit desperate to try and get a finish. He's getting a little bit frustrated. And Belal just ends up dominating him. Gets full mount, landing great ground and pound strikes. Jack gives up his back. Belal gets the back. And he ends the fight there. Belal's going to win this fight 49-46. Dominant decision. Now, if you know anything about Warhorse MMA, you know Jack's probably going to win. The fact that I've just said this, Jack's probably going to win. But look, I got faith in Belal Muhammad. I think Belal Muhammad's going to win this fight via decision, believe it or not. I think he's going to. I know I don't have a good track record of these won't be close videos, but I believe Belal Muhammad is going to make it look easy. Call me crazy. Call me mean names. Remember the name. Belal's going to win by decision. Believe it or not. Who could have told you that? He's going to make it look easy. Goodbye.